the Foster Recreation Center, the Student Government Association, the Student Art Gallery. What do all of these have in common? They are all student services supported by fees outside of tuition here at Missouri State. I know that I found my home within outdoor adventures at the FRC. I was given a place to unwind, to exercise, and to socialize. I found my friends who I know will be in my life for a very long time. I fear to look into a future where a program that is so vital to student development would be cut in efforts to keep the cost of tuition down. I am already starting to experience the repercussions of these cuts to student services. As of fall 2018, I will no longer hold the position of supervisor at Outdoor Adventures. This is due to the fact that Outdoor Adventures is continually receiving less funding because of government cuts to higher education. I am losing ample student development opportunities that will equip me for the real world. This is a result of choosing to cut student services over raising tuition. This is one example of numerous cuts to student services. There are other MSU students experiencing the impacts of having their leadership foundations ripped away from them. Reasons Missouri State should not cut student services to avoid raising tuition are: student services lead to higher graduation rates, tuition only covers a portion of student services, and they are beneficial to creating homes away from homes for students. So let's discuss these budget cuts that are causing more funding to be taken away from the student services. According to the Springfield News Leader, higher education slashed again in Greitens' proposed state spending plan, written by Claudette Riley, written in January 23rd, 2018, Missouri State lost $6.7 million in the 2016 to 2017 year, and that is preceded by a $6.5 million cut this year. In this same article, it is shown that MSU has received back-to-back cuts. More cuts are expected to later come this year. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, A Lost Decade in Higher Education Funding, written by Michael Mitchell, Michael Leachman, and Kathleen Masterson, which was written in August of 2017, due to these inevitable budget cuts, increases to tuition can only cover a portion of student services. Due to these inevitable budget cuts, let's explore some options to ensure the student services remain intact. Missouri State is already on the path to keeping student services. Ways they have combated student tuition increases are, according to the Springfield Leader news article, MSU expands scholarships, reduces hours needed to graduate, freezes housing costs, written by Claudette Riley in January 18 of 2018, reducing the amount of credit hours needed to graduate, increasing scholarships and freezing housing rates, lower increase in meal prices, and cheaper textbook options are all being offered to Missouri State students in order to keep the cost of tuition down. According to the National Association of College and Business Officers website that was copyrighted in 2017, there are countless ways that a university can save money before they start cutting student services. One of these ideas is to implement a 4-day week. So instead of having the traditional 5-day week, they would have extended hours daily, and then for the summer, they would operate only required buildings. Fridays, that would include places like the dining halls, the residence halls, health centers, and anything that is vital to be open 5 days a week. This would provide longer hours to customers on these open days. It would allow staff to have to only clean their offices 4 times a week instead of the original 5, and the extra hours to deep clean that they normally didn't have time for before. Grounds crews would split up these 4 days. Some would work Monday through Thursday, the others Tuesday through Friday, so that way the campus gets what it needs to support from their support. Conferences would be on regular time instead of overtime, and this would improve the morale of staff as well as cost savings. So now let's talk about the advantages of a 4-day plan. According to the Higher Ed article, Cut Student Service, Think Again, written by Ben Eisen on July 29, 2009, student services have been shown to increase graduation rates. An increase in student service expenditures of $500 per student on average would increase the graduation rate by 0.7 percentage points. Inside Higher Ed says that it makes a difference for schools at the state level because of the higher likelihood of them having the Pell Grant and also having lower admission requirements. The article, Multiracial Student Services Come of Age in the State The State of Multicultural Student Services in Higher Education in the United States, written by Michael Paul Wong and Joshua Buckner in 2008, says that the multicultural students benefit greatly from student services such as multicultural centers. The professional staff that work with these students provide these students with the foundation to develop strong leadership skills. They offer a historical perspective and the ability to serve one another. These centers are ran by student service budgets and allow multicultural students to have more opportunities for their academic success achievements. The continued success these centers have had would start to dwindle if these services received budget cuts. So what do we do now? First and foremost, the benefits of student services make such a difference in the lives of college students. The amount of growth and leadership I have developed through Outdoor Adventures has impacted my life immensely. I am the strong, confident leader that achieves academically thanks to this wonderful program. I am sure that other MSU students have their student services that make Springfield home. I urge you to write to Cliff Smart and other student affair leaders thinking twice before cutting student services. It is detrimental for our growth as MSU students. Thank you.